Go ahead. You're good, brother.
Morning, brothers, on this great Sunday morning. It's Black Man's Congregation, the show where we try to focus on men to get men proper and correct out here. So that way you can be moving in the right direction versus the direction that you're moving right now, whether it's right or wrong. The point and the mission of the show here is so that way we can be better. We can move better out in the world. So that way we can stop jumping and falling into these pitfalls that really happen for brothers out here. Topic of today is, are you willing to not pay women to get what you need? I understand growing up in the black community, just like everybody else, that there's an inordinate amount of attention being paid to women. Like most of our resources go spent on helping women and their kids. But when did you put you first? Because your money goes to everybody else, but it doesn't really go to you all that much. I mean, you are investing in other people's dreams, but you're not investing in yourself. I mean, as much as you buy school clothes and food and all that kind of stuff, what are you actually doing for yourself, though? Are you really buying books to improve your vocabulary and doing other things? I mean, are you really doing that with your time, or is your money just going towards everybody else but you? I really want you to put yourself first because you have to understand that you're never going to be able to make it in life putting other people before yourself, and especially women. They have a lot of programs out here to help them. They get to choose the successful guy or not. They have welfare no matter whether they work or not. You don't get that as a man. So you as a man, you have to be able to not pay women to get what you need. Because here's the deal. If you invest in yourself and not everybody else, people are going to have to come to the table with something in order to be part of your program. Because when you focus on you, they got to bring a hell of a lot more to the table before they interact with you. They already know. My reputation is very clean because I like order. And you have to understand that if you don't put yourself first and stop spending money on the wrong things, the right things are never going to come, man. It's just that simple. You got, as much as you do all this upkeep on this woman, you need to be putting the upkeep on yourself. Like Nagon 11 said, get your money right and your body right. You should track, write down what you're eating, how much sleep you're getting, how much time you're actually wasting or conserving on things that are for you. Because when you write it down and you actually look at it, you could be able to see, look, maybe I need to step it up in this area right here. If most of your focus is on pleasing women for some reason, and you don't even track the stuff that you do, you're always going to be behind, and you're always going to be on this hamster wheel of putting yourself last after putting everybody else first. I just want you to spend your time better doing things better for yourself. And the first thing you need to do is disabuse yourself of the notion that you need to be spending all this time and money on women. For as much as you get out of it, you should be spending a whole lot less time on that. You have to understand, brothers, that this is never going to change unless you change. You can listen to these videos, you can clock a whole bunch of hours, but if you're not going to execute, what are you doing, man? I want you to execute, not just watch. I want you to execute. And you need to understand that in order for you to separate from the pack, You have to focus on different things that the pack is not focused on. Then once you get your stuff together, you leave that pack behind. Form a new pack. The worst options are the ones you don't get to choose. So once you be able to start spending money in the right direction by putting them last, because they put you last. Put yourself first. Stop spending so much time and money to gain access to something that's going to destroy your life. I'm not saying they're important. I'm not saying they're not important. I'm just saying your time needs to be spent doing better things than what you're currently doing. I just want y'all to be better. And the solution is it could be as simple as getting a self-help book, trying to gain a new skill. You have all these different resources out there that can help you, but you got to be able to spend your time and money in the right place. Learn the lesson once and prove that you learned the lesson by moving on, man. I want y'all to move better. That's all I got, Jim.
All right. I can't really add it on too much to that, because everything that you said was good. And I hope that a lot of you men do take to that, because this is something that us as men don't really get taught at home. A lot of us as men, we don't get taught that at home, to put ourselves first. Actually, you can't help other people if you can't help yourself, black man. And you need to understand that. See, society, especially our community, has not been putting you first. Not when it comes to laws, not when it comes to politics, not when it comes to the system. You've been coming dead last. So much so that now they got more movements against you than for you. And what we need to understand, brothers, is that now is the time, because you got other men that are coming here. You got other men that are stepping and treading on your ground. So what you need to start doing is packing up and learning how to venture out and build your own. You see, we are now looking at building a community to benefit us. We're looking at building our home to benefit us. You see, there's this little concept that you gotta get a home for a woman. That when you go out and work, you work so that way you give your money to a woman. See, first of all, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's false. Because they don't tell no woman that, but they'll tell you to do that. And the reason why, how can you better yourself if you're always giving and taking away from yourself? That's madness. I don't work no 9-to-5 job just a slave, just to go back home and be another slave. That's madness. And you men need to understand that you can take yourself out of the game. Take the pieces, put them on the board, and step away from the game. You gotta understand, nobody is pitying you. If anything, everybody says, why ain't you doing for yourself, black man? Why are you not building yourself? Y'all see this on the news? Y'all see the statistics? Y'all see how people write magazine articles about you? After some point, you like, yo, why are they always branding me like I can't do for myself? Because why? Because you've been giving away to everybody but yourself. Thank you, brothers who are watching the show. Like the video, share the video, support the video, support the congregation. Black men, we need to understand that we need to build for ourselves. Understand this. I ain't seen no women build no village for you yet. And I damn sure ain't seen no community built for you. But when you start building, they will come. But see, you get to pick who you let in your village, who you let in your community, who you let stand and sit at your table. That's the point of being the king. Stop throwing what you fight and work hard for to people who are not deserving. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. See, when you put yourself in the right area, in the right resources with the right people, you don't have to do that. You don't have to appease nobody but yourself. You got to be willing to stop paying women. They should be paying to be in your presence. You see, I want to tell you something. Whenever it comes to seeing the king, you have to pay some type of homage. You can't say I'm lying about this. You can look this up in history. You got to pay some type of homage. You got to be some type of status to be close to that type of man. But see, you got to ask yourself, what about you put you in that position? Have you been putting yourself first? See, brothers, we need to start learning how to put ourselves first. And I know a lot of people say, oh, that's selfish. Fuck them. A simp is going to tell you, put the woman first. The community is going to tell you, take what you work hard for every 40 hours and give that to people who do not deserve it. I know there's some brother out here who's listening to this who has been in that situation where they had people, leeches around them, nipping at their heels. But they never put in. Brothers, we're getting into that type of mindset. Shout out to the brothers who I've seen going out there, in the congregation, they're starting to do stuff with themselves. Buy property, look into business ventures. But the only way how they're doing that is they stop giving to women. They stop giving to people who don't deserve and start doing for themselves. That is how you're going to succeed. Yeah, you're going to have some brothers go, hey, man, I wouldn't do that. I would stay where I am and, get away from them. Because they're telling you they wouldn't do that. Why? Because they can't do that. There's going to always be a brother who tries to tell MOT, hey, man, I wouldn't say that about women. Why? Because you're not in that position. BMT, I wouldn't say that about, the community. Why? Because you're not in that position. You can't speak from a point of authority if you're not in authority. And that's one thing about a lot of these men that say they got your back. Step away from them. Step away from those women. Step away from those men because they're not in the point of authority that you want to be in. Brothers, we got to learn how to start taking care of ourselves first. Then you can get to choose from the top of the tree. If you climb to the top of the tree, work hard, get your education, get your money, build yourself up. Everything else will come. I promise you that. Everything will come. If you don't like what you're looking at now, listen, man, take $200. Go get yourself a ticket, passport, and go travel to a foreign land, and you can pick from over there at the top of the platter. See, that's what it means to be a king of your own. If you don't like what you got in that one area, go to another area. Go travel. Do what you want to do for you. I pass it over to you, MOT, if you want to wrap it up.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you can do in life for other people, and you'll never get thanked for it. But once you stay stern about putting yourself first, once somebody asks you for something, the first words out of your mouth need to be, how is this going to help me? You can begin talking. I want all your time quantified. I want you to account for all your time that you spend on people. And take a look around. Maybe you don't need to start this week. This week probably needs to be the week that you start tracking how things work. Then you need to change. Because the results of change is not for everybody. But you got to say to yourself, this is what I want. Because being a man and being satisfied is completely easy versus trying to please everybody else. No, I don't want to hold y'all. So y'all have a powerful Sunday, and like, share, and subscribe. And if we have a Facebook group called Black Men's Congregation Men Only, for men only. I understand y'all got sons that y'all trying to get right. That ain't what the channel's for. We're trying to get black men right. The men. So you apply to the Facebook group, you answer the questions and you come in. You have any questions that you need answered, you can probably message me or Joe, so that way we can be able to get you on the right path. There's really no excuse for not trying to make things different and better for yourself. Y'all have a really nice day, man. Have a powerful week out there, brother.
All right, brothers. We'll be seeing y'all again. I put the link to the Facebook group. MOT and I are the admins. This is a Black Men's Only Facebook group where you can come in. We don't do none of that simping. We don't do none of that foolishness. We talk about business. We talk about how to build ourselves. You can ask MOT questions. You can sit down and ask him a question. He does respond. You can ask me a question. I do respond. We ask a question. We'll even take it to BMT and we'll answer it there. You ask a personal question about business. You got a lot of brothers in there who do business. They will answer questions. This is a place where we can build ourselves. You can't try to fix other people if you ain't fixed yourself. All right, brothers. Y'all take care. Have a good Sunday. Peace.